Dior Sauvage Elixir, best ever or worst in class? Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Fragrance Bros, of course your best source for everything fragrance related. Now, I got this. I just got this. I went ahead and made the plunge and bought this online from Dior's website. And I have heard some hype about this, that some people really love this, so I wanted to check it out myself. Now, I really like Sauvage. I'm maybe one of the few reviewers, especially who thinks that Sauvage is actually really good. Besides being mass appealing, I think that it actually is a good fragrance. Generally, I've liked a lot of the flankers that have come out of Sauvage, so I was really looking forward to seeing how this is. Does it hold up? That is the question. So let's find out. Of course, before we do that, feel free to subscribe down below if you like this type of content. I make fragrance content all the time, so definitely subscribe down below. I think you'll love it. And click the little bell for notifications every time I make an upload. And if you're interested in this, check out the link down below. It's an affiliate link, so it does support the channel anytime you buy through that. Anytime you want to buy something from Dior, buying it through Dior's website or through a boutique is absolutely the best way to go, 100%. This is one of the few places where I recommend going to the manufacturer to buy the actual product itself because the process is so streamlined. They give you a great box. Okay, cool. They give you a great box. Fantastic. This is really nerdy, but the gift box they put it in has this kind of leathery look to it. Looks almost like pigskin or something. Pretty cool. And they gave me two gifts. One of them was a J'adore little mini set, which I think is great. I love J'adore. I think it's really good. This is the Eau de Parfum version. Another one was this little bag, little makeup bag, which I will not be using. So both of the gifts were feminine, but I think it's really cool that they give this anyway. Really great. All that said, buying directly from Dior is actually really worth it because you get a lot of goodies in return. So definitely check out the link down below. All right, now let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2021, of course, last year. Wait, it's not last year. My goodness. Date introduced was 2021. Notes in this are grapefruit, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, lavender, coumarin, amber, licorice, vetiver, and patchouli. Now, projection on me was absolutely massive. Beast mode. For sure. It was beastly. Huge projection on me. I don't know what the concentration is, but it is really great. Longevity on me was maybe a little bit less than beastly, but it still lasted a long time. 10 or 12 hours easily on this one. Maybe even more than that. Maybe dipping its toe in the beast mode. I'm not really sure, but it was really, really good. So if you're looking for a strong fragrance, this is 100% a strong fragrance that you will love that. Now, season and occasion, I think this is great for spring, maybe summer, definitely day or night. I think it's great for casual occasions. I think this is actually good on a date and good for formal occasions as well. Now, before I actually mention anything about the scent real quick, I just want to mention that it has a box that is bad. This is a bad box. The box is like this, horrible, because you want to pick it up like this and the scent wants to fall out like that. You do not want this box. Dior, if you're listening, I want you to hear this. No, no, no. Do not make this box. This is a bad box. All right. Now, boxes are boxes. You can just throw them away. I know that. But some people like to store their fragrance in the box. And when they make those kind of pedestal boxes, it's really bad because you want to grab a box from the top. I have had so many near misses from bottles falling off and just being destroyed. I can only imagine the consternation some people feel from actually shattering their bottle from a box design. This is a bad box design. Okay. Rant off. Now let's talk about the scent itself. Dior is on a tear of making Sauvage, and I think Dior has had a really good run with Sauvage. They've made a lot of good scents from them, a lot of pretty good flankers, and this one does not smell like Sauvage. This is Sauvage in name only. It really is. I think generally they've done a good job at making Sauvage flankers smell in the ballpark very similar to the original Sauvage. But Elixir does not smell like Sauvage to me at all. It has maybe a similar type of feel to it, which is a very modern scent, which is also very masculine, but very wearable at the same time. The Elixir version still is in that modern masculine vein, so I guess it kind of is a spiritual successor to the Sauvage name, though I wouldn't say that it smells anything like the original one, really. And I know this is maybe a bit cliche, but I think if they were just to rename this maybe to Sauvage Night, I think you would get the idea a little bit more of what this smells like. To me, this smells much more in the nighttime range, that kind of date night, going out type of fragrance. I think is what this is. It is definitely sweeter than the original Sauvage. It lasts longer, it's stronger, it's all the things that a lot of people want from a going out type of fragrance. Now, I love the opening from this. The opening is really nice. It has lavender, it's fresh, it's woody. There's like this leathery woody quality that I really like in this. It does remind me kind of a quality of old school masculine scents that I really enjoy. But this is definitely not old school. This is definitely modern. Some younger guys might find a harder time wearing this because I don't think it really smells young to me. I don't know, maybe some people might disagree. I don't think this necessarily smells really young, but I do think that it has a little bit more versatility across the spectrum of ages, I think. Now, there's also something in the opening that I don't like as well. There's like this almost bubblegummy type of thing in there. I don't think that's necessarily what they were trying to go for, but there's something in there that kind of reminds me of bubblegum, grape bubblegum or something, and I don't really like that. But overall, I think that the opening is probably my favorite part because once it gets past the opening, I think it goes way downhill, honestly. Now, typically, I'm not a fan of lavender. I don't really like lavender in scents. I find that for whatever reason, maybe it doesn't react well on my skin. Maybe I just don't like it in general. I don't like the smell of lavender, and this has a lot of lavender in it. And that mixed with some of the other notes in here, like the amber, like the patchouli, and the base, to me comes across as really cheap and inexpensive. Now, I think it is still really well done for the type of scent that it is, but those type of scents, the kind of lavender, amber, patchouli scents, to me, always give a cheap kind of association. There's something about it that comes off as staticky even, baloney cologne, and once you get in the dry down, whew, yikes, is it bad? I mean, it is very, very bad. It smells like the worst aspects of a fragrance counter, that really cheap kind of just stale smell. You get that in this fragrance for hours, and that is not good. And even worse than that is it's loud for those hours. And I don't think that you're really necessarily putting off the best impression with that type of scent to people, personally. The opening and mid, as beautiful as they are, as parts of it are, quickly get overwhelmed by this lavender amber patchouli thing, and it goes downhill like a rock straight away. It just wants to go there. And that's a shame because I really wanted to like this scent. I came into it obviously with an open mind, thinking that I would like it, and I don't. I think this is just okay and at best, and probably terrible at worst. I just don't like this at all. I think if there was something redeeming about it besides the great woody opening, I would mention it, but there's not really a whole lot here for me to like. Now, there are a lot of other notes in here as well, like the licorice, the vetiver, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, a lot of them there, but I don't think that those are super prominent. Maybe the cardamom at front. But like the other Sauvage fragrances, I guess I'm saying, is that it's not super complex and doesn't have to be. But the majority of the notes in there, I think, are just facets of the main core ingredients that they have in here, which is lavender, amber, and patchouli. Oddly enough, some people say this smells like Oud for Greatness, which I really like, and I don't think that it smells like Oud for Greatness. Do you? Now, I think I'm probably in the minority here. I think there's many people out there who really like this scent, and I can see them liking this. I do think this is very modern. I do think this is still mostly likable, even though I don't really like it. And if you really enjoy it, more power to you. This is not a personal affront. I think there are fragrances out there who do lavender probably better, and I am just not in the boat that really cares for this. Personally, I am going to stick with the parfum version of Sauvage over this. I think that's far better, lasts a long time, and I really like the way that that smells far more. And this one, sadly, I'm just going to return. But I would love to hear what you think of it. Let me know down in the comments because I would love to hear your thoughts about it, if you like it or if you hate it, like myself, unfortunately. But if you're interested in Sauvage, of course, definitely check it out from Dior's website. So that's all I have. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Fragrance Bros. Bye.